Hello and welcome to my League 2 Game Week 13 predictions. If you do like the League 2 videos, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff. Running on a bit of a low voice, as you can tell, so we'll try and jump through this as quickly as possible. So yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and let's jump straight into my League 2 predictions for Game Week 13. So jumping in straight to these League 2 predictions, and we start at 12:30. It is Cambridge taking on Bromley at the Abbey Stadium in Cambridge. Cambridge, a bit of a disappointing defeat last time out, 2-0 away at Shrewsbury's never great. 1-0 away win for Bromley over Crewe in that one. Stevenage did beat Bromley by 2-1 in the Virtue Trophy. Before that, it's back-to-back wins for Cambridge in the Cup over Luton, beat Crawley. Before that, Stevenage Shrewsbury loss. These sides have only played each other. Was a 3-3 draw in the Virtue Trophy on the 3rd of September. They now play in the league at Cambridge. I am going to back a Cambridge win in this one. I think Cambridge's home form is quite good, although their away form is honking, I think, as we know. I'm going to back Cambridge to win this by 2-1 at home over Bromley in this one. So you're backing Cambridge United to win this by 2-1 over Bromley here. Salford take on Oldham now then. Salford City will be looking to win this one after a loss away at Chesterfield at the weekend. Oldham playing that 0-0 draw out with Barrow, of course, in there as well. 3-1 home win for Salford over Stockport. Good win for them in that one. Head-to-head record is a 2-1 away win for Salford City. Last time these sides did play in 2022 was 2-0 home win for Salford, so they have won this twice. Last time they did play in League 2 in the league home and away. So Salford, that is a confident victory for them. I am going to back Salford in this one. Go for a nice 2-0 home victory. Carl Robinson side to get back to winning ways in this one after their defeat at Chesterfield. And back in Salford City to by 2-0 over Oldham in this one. And let's move out of the half-12 kickoffs into 3 p.m. Into the 3 o'clock as we go. And then the first one is Accrington Stanley taking on Swindon Town. In Holloway, Swindon didn't play at the weekend, but their recent win was a 1-0 away win over Newport County. Very solid win for that. They do have a game in hand on Walsall. Gillingham, they have a game in hand on everybody in the top 12, or pretty much everybody, bar Notts County, who they will be playing in due course. Accrington, really worrying signs for them, down in 20th spot at the moment. 3 losses on the bounce, 2-0 away to Barnet, 2 at home to Port Vale. We know that's cut, but and then losing at home to Newport is never great for John Doolan's side, because could he be facing a bit of pressure coming at him if they lose this. But it is Swindon, it is Ian Holloway, and they can be quite difficult to break down. I think if Accrington can get a draw here, they'll be happy. They're not going to get a draw though. Swindon are going to win this by 2-1, back in Ian Holloway's men to get over the line in this one and get another win and maybe get that step closer to League One, which is probably their aim to by the end of the season now. Back in Swindon to win by 2-1 over Accrington in this one. Barnet v Notts County now. Two sides that were in the National League not that long ago, of course, and were competitive, but now both facing off in League 2. Back-to-back wins for both of these sides. 2-0 win over Accrington for Barnet and 2-0 win away at Tranmere for them. Notts County beating Barnsley in the Cup and beating Oldham at the weekend. Or, no, they didn't play last weekend, but still back-to-back wins. Oldham the week before, sorry. Head-to-head record, last time they did play was in the 23-24 National League campaign. Was a 4-1 win for Notts County, and then back on the 18th of March 2023 it was a 1-1 draw. I'm a bit confused at why that's... They've only played yearly. Anyway. 4-1 win for Notts County, 1-1 draw back at Barnet. Last two sides. These sides have played. Barnet currently sit in 7th. Notts County currently sit in 13th. Notts County, if they win this, could go level on points with Barnet and maybe get challenged at those playoff places. Dee Brennan's side have been doing very well recently. Going to back them in this one to get over the line. Get a nice home win for Barnet in this one for 2-1. At home over Notts County and Martin Patterson in this one. So, back in Barnet. So it's 2-1. Let me know your score predictions for this one down below. Bristol Rovers versus Tranmere, now then at the Memorial, of course. Bristol Rovers will want a response after getting absolutely thrashed 4-0 by MK Dons at the weekend. Tranmere will also be looking for a response after they lost 2-0 at home at Prenton Park to Barnet. A bit of a disappointing defeat for that one, in that one for Andy Crosby's side. Bristol Rovers do look good, but then they just collapsed a bit on Saturday, didn't they, at home to MK Dons. I'm going to back Bristol Rovers to win this. I'm just going to go narrowly. Bristol Rovers win. I'm going to go for a nice 2-1 home victory in this one for the home side. Go for a lot of 2-1s, I know. But yeah, back in Bristol Rovers to beat Tranmere 2-1 and get back to winning ways and get a response after the weekend. Well, they won a response, won't they, after the weekend's matches. Chesterfield take on Fleetwood at the SMH Group Stadium. Chesterfield need to win this if they are to stay within touch of the automatic places. 2 wins recently. Did get thrashed by Colchester 6-2 to beat Salford at the weekend. Very, very good, solid win for Paul Cook's side in that one. Fleetwood haven't played in a while. They did beat Leeds' Academy, Harrogate. Sorry, they did beat Leeds Academy 4-0 and beat Harrogate 3-2 last time out. Last time he says played was a 2-0 home win for Fleetwood over Chesterfield, but then back at Chesterfield was a nice 3-0 home win for them. Yeah, Chesterfield have a pretty good record at home over Fleetwood. I'm going to back Paul Cook's side in this one to get over the line. Go for a nice 3-1 Chesterfield home win in this one over Fleetwood. And yeah, get over the line. So yeah, back in Chesterfield for another home win under Paul Cook to win this by 3-1 over Fleetwood Town in this one. Colchester versus Harrogate now then. Colchester 3 wins on the bounce over Chesterfield, Gillingham and Grimsby, and I think the Gillingham game was in the Virtue Trophy, it was, but still 3 wins on the bounce. It's great momentum for Colchester United, and they have this game going. They get into this game against Harrogate, got good form, they're at home. Crowd should be rocking for this one. Harrogate back-to-back losses, 3-2 loss away at Fleetwood and a 2-1 loss at home to Crewe on the Monday night as well, remember. Head-to-head record between these sides, 0-0 draw. Last time this side played at Harrogate, 1-0 win for Harrogate over Colchester with a nice 1-0 away win. I am going to back Colchester United in this one to get over the line. I think it'd be a scrappy game, though. I think Harrogate quite good defensively. I'm going to back Colchester by 1-0 in this one. And yeah, just get over the line against Harrogate Town in this one. Battle of the G's now as Grimsby take on Gillingham. Grimsby, very disappointing loss last time out, 2-1 at home to Colchester United. Got a lead in that game, then just threw it all away. Gillingham haven't been on the best of form, only won 1 of their last 5 matches. 1-1 draw last time they started, played on the 28th of January, and it was 1-0 away win for Grimsby over Gillingham back earlier in October. Grimsby usually are okay. Gillingham on a bit of poor form. Grimsby could leap back into the top 3 with a win in this one over the Gills. Blundell Park will be rocking for this one. David Artell's side will be looking to win this after a disappointing defeat last time out to Colchester. I don't think Grimsby really get fazed by losses that much. I'm going to back Grimsby in this one to get a nice 2-1 home victory over Gillingham in this one, and yeah, I'm going to back Grimsby to win this by 2-1 over the Gills in this one. MK Dons take on Crewe now then. 4 games to go in these predictions video, and yeah, MK Dons versus Crewe is the next one along. Last time these sides did play, it was a 1-0 away win for MK Dons over Crewe. In that one, it was a 1-1 draw back on the 29th of December at Stadium MK. MK Dons have a decent home record against Crewe, won 5 times in the past, drawn 1 and lost twice. They'll be looking for a nice win in this one. Will the Dons, can they get over the line? Or will they stumble? They have been okay recently, apart from that 1-0 loss to Reading in the Cup. They've been really good in the league. 3 wins on the bounce in the league. For Paul Warren's MK Dons, can they kickstart something there? I'm going to back them to beat Crewe here. Crewe just really inconsistent side in this one. Our Crewe. Going to back MK Dons. I'm going to back a scrappy 1-0 victory for them in this one to get over the line against Crewe Alexander in this one. So yeah, backing MK Dons to win this by a 1-0 over Crewe in this one. Now it's probably El Crapico where Newport take on Cheltenham. Both these sides look absolutely terrible, and they're both in the relegation zone, so somebody's going to have to pick up the points here. It's probably going to be a draw. Newport, very solid win last time out over Accrington Stanley. Very good win in that one. 1-1 draw between Gillingham and Cheltenham. Cheltenham starting to pick up a little bit now, and what 2-0 went over Fleetwood in there as well. Did lose at home to Bristol Rovers, which ain't great. 3-0 win for Cheltenham last time these sides placed on the 22nd of February. 2-1 win away for Cheltenham in the Virtue Trophy last season, and it was a 3-2 home win for Cheltenham back at their place over at Newport. They've started terribly, but they started to pick up now at Cheltenham, but then Newport did win away at Accrington at the weekend. This was a really tough one to call. I'm going to back a 1-1 draw between these two in this one. I just think it'd be a bit of a scrappy game of football. So yeah, back in a 1-1 draw between Newport and Cheltenham in this one. So yeah, I think it'd be a bit of a bored draw, to be honest, or a bit of a cagey game. So yeah, back in a 1-1 draw between these two. Another game where two crap relegated League One sides from last season play each other, and that is Shrewsbury taking on Crawley. Shrewsbury getting a nice win over Cambridge last time out. Nice 2-0 home win for the Shrews in that one at the Crown Meadow. They'll be looking to replicate that and get back-to-back wins on the board, taking on Crawley this Saturday. 2-1 win last time they did play on the final day of League One last season. 2-1 away win for Crawley. It was a 5-3 win for Shrewsbury back on the 12th of October. Last time they did play, I remember the game was during an international break. I think it was absolute chaos. It was. Shrewsbury 22nd, Crawley 21st. Bit crazy too. Bit crazy. This could be a crazy game of football. It's been like that in the past with that 5-3, for example. It's crazy how these sides are down here as well. Well, I think Shrewsbury were kind of guaranteed to finish down here. Crawley not so. Maybe I thought they could get a bit of revival under Scott Lindsay. I'm actually going to back a Shrewsbury win in this one. I'm going to back a Shrewsbury home win. 2-1 in the end over Crawley and Shrewsbury to finally get some more points on the board. And yeah, back-to-back wins, though. Be good for Michael Appleton. So see you back in Shrewsbury to win this 2-1 over Crawley. Walsall Barrow is next. Then Walsall dropping points away at Crawley at the weekend with a 1-1 draw. 0-0 home draw for Oldham against Barrow. So both of these sides have lost and drawn in their last 2 matches, and one of them will be looking for a response this weekend. Barrow did beat Walsall on the 12th of April when Walsall were going through that terrible run, remember? And then back at Walsall was a 1-0 home win for Walsall over Barrow. In that one, 1 win, 4 draws and 5 wins for Barrow. Barrow have a pretty good head-to-head record over the Saddlers in this one. They're still top of the league. Are Walsall. Andy Wings Barrow aren't the greatest side in the world, you would probably have to say that. I'm going to back Walsall in this one. I'm going to go for what it was last season. Another scrappy 1-0 home victory for Matt Sadler's Walsall in this one, and then to knock over Barrow by a 0-0 in this one. So yeah, Walsall to beat Barrow by a 0-0 here. Thank you very much for watching my League 2 Game Week 13 predictions. If you did like the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff. And I'll speak to you all on the next one, which will be League 1 predictions tomorrow, as you know. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll speak to you all on the next one.